Hello, Andrew Linch here in a slightly windy Barbados on my patio, and I'm answering a question that Russ from Atlanta sent me, and it really, what's in my bag, what's my take on equipment, and so, let's start with what I've got in my bag and work those questions about equipment in there as well, Russ. So my driver is the Cleveland XL Custom with nice leather cover, which is sometimes a bit difficult to get back on. We'll see how that goes. But I wanted an adjustable driver really. This is set 2.25 degrees open, so I've completely taken away one side of the golf course, and so no army golf, no left right. So that's taken that away. The shaft is a genuine shaft. This is what I like about Cleveland. They fit genuine shafts, not cheap copies of the original equipment. And that's one thing when you talk about equipment is, TaylorMade used to do that. They're starting to go away from that now. But Callaway used to be terrible at it. Their shafts were so cheap, it was unbelievable. But this is a genuine shaft. Anytime you see made for, it's a copy. So this is a genuine matrix black tie. It's 16-sided inside, hexagonal, so it has like that rifling, like the rifle steel shaft. It gives internal strength to the shaft, so it doesn't deform when you're using it. So it's more stable, and I do find it to be a very good club. It's pretty much maxed out now. The heads have been, for 6 years, have been maxed out performance-wise. If you look at Sergio Garcia, I think last 7 years on tour he's not deviated by 1 yard in his total distance, because the MOI, the core, all those things are maxed out. So it's the next year's driver is not going to add another 15 yards to my drive. Simple as that. So don't buy into that one. But that driver is going to be staying in his bag a long time because it's a great driver. So now 3 and 5 wood. They get a little bit retro because this is actually a 2006 Golfsmith model I had made myself. It's got Viper Tour steel, it is, and it's got the quad weighting, so I can again adjust it for fade or draw bias. And it's got the discontinued Graphite Pro Light shaft in there, X-Flex. Now this is pured by Golfsmith, and I do believe in puring for the vast majority of shafts, because of the fact is they're inherently unstable in how they're made. So they have a strong edge, they have a weak edge, and you really want it as the most stable plane. So I do recommend really puring or spinal lining, which is really the same thing. It's finding the true strong line in the shaft. So spinal lining, puring, all good. This is a good 3 wood. It reminds me of a story I heard. I think Henrik Stenson is actually using a 7-year-old 3 wood, Callaway 3 wood in his bag. And actually, interestingly enough, his shaft is the Graphite Blue, which is again about, I think, he's used the same shaft for 7 years. So there's not a lot new out there really. So Henrik did pretty well last year, didn't he? So I like the 3 and 5 wood. They're keepers. Now, I carry one hybrid sometimes, but as you can see from my hair, it's a little bit windy here. And so I've got, again, this is what I made. It's a Snake Eyes Goldsmith 653TH 18-degree hybrid. The 3 and the 5 and this both all have carpenter steel faces, which is twice as hard as titanium. So it gives you a little bit more pop. I think TaylorMade again tried to make out they've reinvented that with the latest Rock Ball 3 wood, which is the length of the driver, about 44 inches or so, with a carpenter steel face. But this is again 2006 model. It's got a discontinued here Pro Force fairway shaft. It's quite stiff, 2.8 torque on that. I'm trying to keep it all down a little bit. But because it's a hybrid, it still goes up a little bit. So I keep it out of the bag unless it's a calm day, because there's just too much wind here for hybrids for my liking. So to help me with that transition from long iron to my normal irons, my 3 and my 4 iron are kind of like a hybrid these are Links, which is now owned by Goldsmith. Ernie Els used them to win the US Open. And it's a Torque 455 Black Cat iron, again with a carpenter steel face that's been plasma welded into there. Really nice hollow construction, so you get a little bit more forgiveness. It's a little more friendly looking down there, but I get the length that I need and the more penetrating flight. All my steel shafts are rifle 6s, and all my grips are built up with 3 complete wraps underneath and 1 6-inch wrap, just to take out a little bit of the taper on the actual grip. So these, by the way, were a bargain. I paid $1.97 per head, and it has to be one of the best bargains I've ever had in golf. They've been in the bag for 3 years, very good. Now, my irons, I call them my Tiger irons, not because Tiger used to just play Titleist as well, but because they were made in the same year, I do believe, that Tiger turned professional, which is 1997. So, they're the Titleist 962s. And I like them because they've got the front leading edges ground to stop you digging in. Heel and toe have been relieved as well to make them smooth through the ground and the rough. They're just a beautiful iron. They perform very well, and they've actually, because they're so old, they've got conforming grooves, unlike my old set, which was the i3 blades. So again, same shaft, same grip make up there, and that's all the way down to sand wedge. My sand wedge, which I carry unless I'm playing in competition, is the Ping i3 blade. Nice sand wedge there. Probably be changing that this year. And I carry a Vokey wedge, which is a TBD 60 model. I do like that, very nice. Now my putter is only 2 weeks old, and it's a Zen Oracle RDE putter. And I'm really liking this. It's just a work of art, and the great thing about it is it's a training aid as well as a putter. So I'll do an in-depth review on this, but it's just really innovative, really well made. And I think the first time out I hold a 40 footer, and I just thought, yeah, I like this. Changed the grip though. It's got a Lamkin 3G mid-side grip. I like a little bit thicker there, not too thin a grip. But it's just a really nice putter. Zen Oracle they're set in UK, but it's just a very good putter. And as I say, I'll talk more about that when I do a little review on that. So that's what's in my bag. So Russ, puring, yes, good idea. Hybrids, good idea unless it's really windy, because I think we're coming up to the British Open, and if it's windy you're going to see most of the tour players playing, 2 irons. No 1 irons anymore really, but 2 irons, 3 irons more, because they're going to want to keep that ball down. So, but for the average player, even if it's windy, I think they'd still be better off with a hybrid because of the very fact it gives them more confidence and they want to see the ball in the air. You're just going to lose some distance, but you're going to keep, get the ball in the air. So that's my take on puring and on my irons. That's what's in my bag. From Andrew Linch, signing out from slightly windy Barbados. Have a great day. Give me some thumbs up, and any questions, email me. Take care.